What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so yesterday we saw game two of the second round series between the Golden State Warriors and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And um, this game pretty much went the way that I thought it would go. Now, of course, in game one, first of all, going into this series, most people favored the Warriors winning, even though the Warriors do not have home court advantage. The midseason trade for Jimmy Butler totally changed the dynamic of this season and this team altogether. And most people, for instance, favored the Warriors to win the series against the Rockets, even though the Rockets were second seed, the Warriors to seventh seed. That's exactly what happened. And most people thought that, well, I'll say a majority of people thought that the Warriors probably would beat the Timberwolves if Steph Curry was healthy, if the team was healthy. But of course, as we all know, in the first game of this series, despite the fact that the Warriors won 99-88, I believe the final score was, Steph Curry injured his his hamstring. And it's now been revealed that Steph Curry may be out longer than initially thought. The thinking was maybe he'll miss a week and be back. Now he's going to miss a week and then be reevaluated, which means that he still may miss an extended period of time after a week. So he may be gone this entire series, no matter if it goes 7 games or not. So this will require Jimmy Butler to step up, Draymond Green to step up, and others. And really, we were looking for Jimmy Butler to step up because Draymond Green is getting exposed again as the one-dimensional mediocrity that we've been saying that he is, and that he's only really elevated by the team that he's played on all these years. Is he good? Yeah, he's good in the role that he plays, but he's not individually, in my opinion, a great basketball talent. He's not. He has a great mind for strategy. He has a great mind as far as outthinking his opponents at times, on the defensive end especially. He can be cagey, but as a basketball talent, he's lacking. This is the same guy that said that he was better than Charles Barkley. So I want to see that, because what I saw was a dude that you could argue, once again, without Steph Curry on the floor, was trying to find a way to get kicked out of the game. You get called for a technical, I think it was. You got called for a technical. Was begging to be called for another technical, and only needs 2 more technicals during these playoffs to be thrown out of the game. So I've seen this before with him. I've seen this before with Draymond Green when Steph Curry was kicked out of a game, or not kicked out of a game, but when Steph Curry was injured, or, Steph Curry wasn't available, and it's on Draymond as the supposed other Hall of Famer to carry the load, and somehow he gets a fake injury, or, he gets 2 quick technicals as the team is getting the ass whooped, and he escapes scrutiny because he's not on the floor. I peep his game. You know what I'm saying? He's just like his so-called buddy. You know what I'm saying? He's just like his so-called buddy. They front runners who quit on their team when the team needs them the most. But anyway, Minnesota played a lot better this time. They came out gangbusters in the first 5 minutes. They had a 13-0 lead to start the game, and that pretty much set the tone. And although they weren't in fuego like the Thunder were a couple of days ago or what have you, but it was enough. I think the final score was 117-93. and so they tied the series at one apiece. I think the Warriors were led, I want to say, by Jonathan Kuminga. Now, it depends on who you're talking to when it comes to Kuminga, right? The conventional wisdom is that the reason why Kuminga's not getting playing time anymore is because he doesn't fit the Warriors' offensive uh, schematics at this point, or what they're trying to do. He doesn't fit the team. But from what I've heard, and I tend to believe this more because it's coming from people who actually know the organization, is that one of the main reasons why Kuminga's not getting playing time anymore is because the organization is pissed off that he turned down their $30 million contract offer. He and his rep want $35 million. They turned it down. So basically, they're trying to play get back by not playing him and ruining his market value. So being real cagey and spiteful and dirty. You know what I'm saying? But the organizations get to do stuff like that and nobody calls it out. Or they're gonna say I'm just making it up. But anyway, Jonathan Kuminga led the team. Uh, Jimmy Butler, I thought, should have been much more aggressive offensively. I think he only took like 12 or 13 shots. That's not enough, man. Come on. You're supposed to be Jimmy Buckets. You're supposed to be a difference maker. And you go out there and, you have this, by the standards needed upon you at this point, you go out there and put up, 20 points? I mean, that's good, but they need Jimmy Butler to go out there and put his team on his back. You know what I'm saying? Or is Jimmy Butler even capable of doing it consistently anymore? Can Jimmy Butler do what he did 2 years ago? Or what he used to do 3, 4, 5 years ago? Which is, I'm not saying he got to be Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, but for stretches, help put the team on your back offensively. But, anyway, the Warriors lose, and honestly, without Steph Curry, I don't see them winning this series. Now, there was an injury scare during the game for Anthony Edwards. He appeared to have hurt his ankle, but being 23 years old and athletic and with resolve, he seemed to come back in the game with very little after effects of what happened before. So, kudos to him. But man, without Steph Curry for probably the next 3 games minimum, I don't see the Warriors winning this series. I just don't see them having enough offense. It's going to have to take one of those weird, fluky, 20-made three-pointer type games for them to win, and they're going to have to do that 3 times or something, or the Timberwolves will have to just be completely anemic offensive like they had the first game, which really was as a result of being so out of sync from having so long a period of time off, which I don't think is going to really happen to that extent again. So, like I'm saying, I think this series is probably over, man. And it's messed up if it comes from a Steph Curry injury. But part of winning a championship, honestly, a little bit of it does come down to luck. A little bit of it does come down to luck, man. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.